What a win for the mighty, mighty Reds. Mighty, mighty Reds. Doncaster Rovers 2, Plymouth Argyle 1. Mate, 2 wins on the bounce. And it makes it even better when Peterborough lose to Burton. Oh, I love it. I love it when things go to plan. Mate, honestly, I've got to say this right now. That first half was great. The second half, we could have been out of sight with. If we were more clinical, we could have been out of sight in that second half. 110%. Plymouth looked very impressive in that second half. I think Danny Mayer was getting involved a lot more in the second half, making sure our midfield was, not involved as much. We gave the ball away quite a lot of times in the second half, but when we regained ourselves, we regained control, we got back into it. So overall, second half, very entertaining. Very, very entertaining for me. And we put in a decent shift to level up that first half. Obviously, we made 4 subs. We brought off Bostock at half-time for Scott Robertson, that yellow card, Plymouth players screaming for a red card in the end of the first half. So we took him off for precautionary reasons. He was good today, really good today. Robertson came on for that second half. Obviously, we brought off Coppinger for the kilo. We brought off Smith for John and put James in the midfield. And we also brought off Richards for Gomez. So 4 very good substitutions indeed. And overall, very, very good. My man of the match, as you can see on the lineup, Joe Wright. When we needed to defend, that guy put his life on the line to defend 3 points for this football club. He's the defender that stands out for me, in my opinion. And the reason why I put him over Anderson, despite Anderson getting the goal, is because Anderson did very, very well. It was hard to pick between the two, but Joe Wright just got in there just as much, if not more, than Anderson. But I think both defenders were brilliant today in the defensive back line. The centre-backs were really good today. James put in a good shift. Not the best shift in the world, but it was a good shift overall. So you can't be too downhearted about it, because it was a good performance from Reece James. Brad Halliday, again, good performance as well. Really great performance from him. And overall in the attacking third, we were just on fire. And finally, congratulations to Omar Bogle for that goal. Really good, right place, right time. And it was brilliant. The goal we conceded, I think we'll just put that down to Ennis stuck his boot out and put it in the back of the net. But apart from that, Lewis Jones had a brilliant game. He's proving why he's going to be number 1 next season. 110%. But overall, very, very impressive. And Niall, Plymouth Argyle fan, if you're watching this before Monday, what did you say? What did you say was going to happen? We're going to do something. We're going to help the Plymouth players out at half-time. We'll regroup and win the game. Didn't happen. But yeah, that's a bit of fan banter. But listen, Niall, respectful guy. We did the EFL show a couple of times. We still do it now. And respect to Niall, man. Respect to him. And, I'm sure he's not happy with his performance. It was very impressive from Plymouth, but I'm sure he's not going to be happy with the result. So let's go into the player ratings then. We're not going to waste any more time. Lewis Jones, I'm giving him the 8. I'm giving him the 8 rating today. Brilliant. One of our star performers today. Not quite man of the match, but up there. Back 4, Halliday, he gets a 7 out of 10. Very good performance, putting a decent shift defensively and attacking. Nearly scored an absolute screamer. That was more of a screamer than the painting, the screamer. Wonderful performance from Brad Halliday. Tom Anderson, defensive duties, brilliant again. Led the team with passion, 7 out of 10. Joe Wright gets an 8. He's my man of the match today. Really good performance, put himself in the way of everything. Overall, just did wonderful. Reece James, he gets a 6 out of 10. And the reason why he gets a 6, it's a high 6 though, don't get me wrong, it's a high 6. And the reason why that is because I think compared to other defenders, it was just a slightly more underperformance compared to the other defenders. But Reece James still was a good player today, a great player today, put in a good shift and deserves the rating he got because it was a wonderful performance. It wasn't an underperformance, it was just a good performance. There's other players that did great, other players did good. Reece James did good today, so don't be too downhearted about it, Reece James, because you're a great player. You're the best left back we've had since probably the O'Driscoll days, and maybe even better than that. But, Reece James, you're wonderful. Absolutely wonderful player, and I couldn't argue with that at all. But, you know, he's done great today, but I know he can go that extra mile. But that's just my personal opinion. But I think he's a great player overall, like the rest of the players in the squad. Midfield 2 then. Matt Smith and John Bostock both get 7s today. They both did excellently well. John Bostock holding midfield performance. I thought he scored the goal at first before they ruled it to Captain Tom Anderson. But, you know, John Bostock still putting a really good shift. Had to come off at half time as precautionary for that yellow card, but you know what? It's all part of the man management of Andy Butler. So well done for Butler for making that decision. And you know, Robertson held his own when he came on in that second half. Matt Smith gets a 7 as well because again did very well. Played in the attacking third, came off in the second half. No problems with that at all. Wings, starting off with Sims. Again, like Reece James, a high 6. Tempted to give him a 7, but a high 6. And the reason why that is because at least he was trying to make stuff happen, but just couldn't get anything off. So, you know, I think it was just one of those days for Josh Sims, but I know he'll pull his socks off and, you know, work his backside to put in 9 out of 10s for most weeks for the rest of this season. Taylor Richards replacing Okunabiri in the side, of course, with Coppinger moving to the wing. Richards gets a 7 for me. I think he put in a good physical shift. He gave the ball away a couple of times, but that's not, you know, a harsh criticism. I think he knows that. I think he'll pull his socks up and put in a good performance again next time on Tuesday against Crewe if he starts. But overall, no problems at all with Richards. Coppinger as well, 7 out of 10. Really good performance from Coppinger today. Good, legendary performance. And that was his 600th league appearance, specifically league appearance. So very good for Coppinger there, legendary. Bogle gets a 7 as well from me. Absolutely wonderful up front. Build-up play was brilliant and finally gets the goal. So hopefully we can get him firing now. And I think Charlton fans might start looking at it and thinking maybe we shouldn't have sold him. Going into the subs bench, Cameron John when he came on, I'm actually going to give him a 6, you know. A high 6 as well, because I think in those the few minutes that he came on and showed some stuff, I thought he was trying. I thought he was at least trying, so well done to Cameron John. Robertson gets a high 6 as well. Again, for that half, tried his best, tried very well, and put in a good performance. It was a see-out performance. It was sort of seeing out the win kind of thing in the second half. Gomez, I'm going to give him a 7. I think that a 7 because he's playing in that cam position. He was pressing all over the pitch. He was getting involved in that last few minutes. Wonderful. And Lakilo gets a 6, a high 6 as well because he put himself about, good physical energy, and again just did very, very well when he came on as well. So, what do we need to do against Crewe Alexandra on Tuesday? We need to put in just that kind of performance. Crewe got beat 3-0 by Lincoln today. They are there to be got at. We can get revenge on them like we got revenge on Plymouth today. If we get revenge on Crewe, that's another step towards the title. Another step towards automatic promotion. We're in a decent position now. We're in a really good position. And did you see the rivals' results? Did you see Sheffield Wednesday's result? Darren Moore won't like that. But no. All in all, very good performance today. And if we perform like that against Crewe and not give the ball away as much, which is, you know, we have to look at both sides. We did give the ball away quite a lot in the second half at times, but we recovered and we put in that physical, direct pressing shift, and we did very well with that. So we sort of didn't shoot ourselves in the foot really. So you know, overall, if we don't give the ball away as much, and we sort of we don't let them in the match too much, we've got a good chance of smashing Crewe on Tuesday. So big up to Doncaster Rovers for today's performance. Again, 2 wins on the bounce. Is this the start of another 8 wins out of 9? Maybe more than that. Maybe more than that. Hey, get the pun. But there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much. My name is Aaron Chalner from Football DRS. We are on the road to 500 subs. We're halfway to a K nearly already in this first season, which is unbelievable. So please, please, please keep hitting the subscribe button. Please keep liking and commenting and subscribing. Click the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Stay tuned for the Crewe preview on Monday. And that, for now, guys, is full time. Rovers till I die. Championship, here we come. Come on!